First thing we do is pick up the airplane, which is not what you usually do on pre-flight.
Oh, I see. It's a little scissor lift.
Hydraulic lift back there.
Okay.
And we lift it up high enough so the hull can't possibly scrape on anything. And then we talk to ground. Good morning, Renton ground. It's Rainier tug, Rainier, and reposition to the dock. I'm sorry, say again.
Rainier tug, Renton ground, reposition on Alpha.
Reposition on Alpha. Thank you, Renton. Okay, and away we go. And this is the strangest part of this. When I turn the wheel this way, it goes that way.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
Yeah. Alright.
So we don't allow any texting while driving in this. You don't want to do anything while driving this except driving. It's really overkill. The lift that we're on was designed to move a beaver, which is an airplane that weighs about 4 times as much as this.
You're right.
I'm so glad that you found your equipment.
Yeah, me too.
So how long are you in town for?
We just got back from Alaskan cruise.
Ah, fantastic.
Yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
And we're leaving Sunday.
Okay.
So,
I was going to say, if we get a little cramped today and you have any time on Sunday, I have some time available. You can come and we can do some more if you choose to.
okay.
Or, by all means, come back and, come and do the rating.
Yeah.
It's a barrel of laughs.
Is that one of you guys' sky catchers?
Yeah. Now it drives just like any other vehicle, except it still steers backwards.
Oh, it's still, well,
Turn the wheel to the right to go to the left. And thus the name bass backwards.
uh-huh.
Did I tell you about my rules of engagement
What is that? No.
for flying any airplane?
Okay.
Okay? I keep this in my briefing even with my co-pilots. Rule number 1 is we're not going to get in a hurry.
No.
Rule number 2, we're not going to sweat the small stuff.
Okay.
And rule number 3, it's all small stuff until you get in a hurry.
That's true. Yeah.
So there's your briefing, your
Okay.
safety briefing.
Alright. Oh, look, you're matching tug over there.
Yeah, somebody around here, some welding shop or something, has got a land office business going building these things because, it occurred to me for the expense we could come up with some way to share them. There's dozens of them.
Oh, there is. Look
Yeah,
at that.
everybody seems to want their own. I thought it'd be neat, to do it with your extra wheels. A big engine like this, when you're not using it as a float plane launcher, you could have drag races.
There you go.
Imagine drag racing with a backwards steering.
I know. No.
Yeah.
That'd be fun maybe once.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at all the beavers.
Beaver country.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them here. There's probably 6 or 7 more at the south end of the airport. And up here at the north end of the lake we have, of course, Kenmore that has, I don't know, a dozen of them. I'm a radial engine guy. R985 is the all-time finest radial engine ever built.
So have you had time in a beaver yet?
Oh yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah, I wish, well, I don't really wish. I've had a sterling, wonderful, marvelous career. But I really think that I done it differently, I might spend more time early in my career on a beaver or something. And for me, after everything I've done, I've been very fortunate. I've been able to do all kinds of things. For me, flying a beaver up and down this coast here of British Columbia, doing what, for instance, the Kenmore pilots do,
Yeah.
that's got to be right up there among the best jobs in the industry. I have to be very careful here because it's a big concrete bump. Go nice and easy. Like I said, rule number 1, we don't get in a hurry. Something about like that should work. Alright, just down we go. Let's see, it's a judgment call on whether it's going to stay still on the slippery wood. Yeah, you know, I'm going to pull it up a little bit here. Got a little more wind than I anticipated, so I'll back up a little bit. That should work. Have I told you about Whitsell's law of float plane economics? You've heard the famous old saw about a boat is a hole in the water into which you pour money?
Yeah.
Well, in a float plane, it's a little different relationship. It's the faster you pour the money in, the slower it sinks. Alright, it should stay there.
Because boat's just an acronym. Bring over another 1,000.
Yes. Now, your job, sir,
Yes,
is
sir.
to hop out,
Okay.
walk around the back of the truck. You see the line, the red line
Yep.
on the front of the hull?
Go grab it and get on the dock.
Now, just sort of hang on to it
Okay.
in case the airplane tries to move
Okay.
while I put the truck away.
All right.
It probably won't go anywhere, but you're there in case it does. If it does, just hang on to it, and it'll rub up against the floats, the rubber there, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, your job is to change this stern line. Power up.
Oh, he's got wheels.
This is going to be cool.
Okay.
First thing you do is pull it up so nobody falls in getting aboard, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to be in the front seat. One of the oddball things we do when we're flying a float plane is we do not buckle our seatbelt.
Okay.
We're well away from the dock. The idea being, in case we need to get out and fend off or whatever, that way we can.
Okay.
If you're encumbered by headsets or seatbelts, it makes that rather difficult. Make yourself comfortable there. Take a look around while I build my nest back here for just a moment. Now, did you decide you want this?
Yeah, we'll need that.
Lest I find it in my bag when I get home tonight. Score! Sell it on eBay. Alright, you might take a look and scan your panel there, get to know where the throttle, mixture, and such are.
Alright.
Carburetor heat is hiding underneath the throttle over on the left side wall. We don't hardly ever use the carburetor heat on this airplane.
Okay.
The temptation is to reach up and grab that red knob thinking it's carburetor heat. The red knob is the mixture.
Okay.
Probably don't want to pull that one. Okay, I'm in. That's secure. That's ready. Okay, one of the things we must do in a float plane before we cast off is we have to get the engine ready to run.
Sure.
It's a little upside down compared to what you're accustomed to. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the switch.
Okay.
Look down there next to that flap handle. There's a red valve in the sidewall.
Yep.
That's the fuel valve. It's
Okay.
going to be up and down,
Okay.
signifying that it's on.
Alright, yeah.
Okay? So we're going to prime the engine. It's cold, so we'll go ahead and get 6 pumps on the primer here. And why don't you do it and let it fill up each time. Take your time. Good. Now lock it like any other primer. Okay, so continuing the familiarization with throttle,
Yep.
carburetor heat,
Gotcha.
mixture, primer.
Uh-huh.
This is the prop control.
Sure.
Okay, and I'll teach you how to use that since you're new to the controllable pitch propeller.
Okay.
Coming across here, everything else is pretty much standard airplane.
Yeah.
One big difference is we have water rudders.
Right.
You put the handle down, that puts the water rudders
In the water.
down in water.
Gotcha.
We're going to need them to exit here.
Okay.
It's tight quarters. So we'll do that. Now look up over your shoulder here, like any other airplane. We have a master switch and magnetos.
Okay.
Good idea in a float plane, turn on the master, hear the master relay click.
Yep.
Because if you get out there floating away and you have a dead battery, it's really hard to swim back to find somebody with temper cables.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, well I'm ready to shove off.
Okay.
If you're comfortable. I don't have a starter control button.
Okay.
So once we shove off,
Okay.
I'm going to have you start the engine.
Gotcha.
It starts like any other engine.
Right.
The one thing we'll want to do right off is have our foot on the left pedal.
Okay.
We want to steer out of here. The wind is going to try to turn us into the wind.
Okay.
And I'll assist you as we need to.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do, since that beaver's gone, I'm going to pull us forward first before we launch.
Okay.
And that way we don't sail backwards into the dock.